Hello and welcome back to Unknown Dragon Devlog number 17. So, if you haven't seen, I've been making a little mini game called What's Outside. That is not too far from finishing. Hope to get it finished soon. It's come to a point where I'm starting to give it to someone to do a bit of a tester on and fixing up some of the bugs, which will be exciting. Keep an eye out for that. I actually did a devlog like last week, but I didn't edit the video, so it's just wolf footage there. It's long out date. So in the process of that, it's like day 22 or 24. I might make another one today. And you might see it, I don't know. But we're going for Unknown Dragon. So I haven't really done much on Unknown Dragon because I was focusing mainly on one thing. I have actually drew up some. So if you haven't seen, these are some of the added food, which look in the last devlog. You get to see all of them in depth more than that. I thought you might as well see that again. I don't think you've seen much of what's going on with him. Here we go. So, if this creator who does this ever finds this, can you just have a way to summarize this a bit better? Organize this a bit better. Man, that's my biggest problem, is that I need this to be organized better at the minute. But aside from that, some of these flames do have, see how this one's got pants on everything? Some of them do have all the extras. See, this one probably has all the extras. Maybe not the pants on that test plate. I don't know what this one's meant to be. This is for the sword one. And then we also got pants number 2. See? I've been busy on this guy a while ago. I took another break off him because, well, I can't wait to do the player. This is a joke. You don't know, but this guy is pretty big, and God, you don't want to know how big the player is. The player and NPCs will be like huge. I did attempt to start on the first sword strike of skeleton. I've done more on the bow stuff than the skeleton, kind of. I'm trying to figure out how to do the bow on the skeleton, how to do the front side. Some I see that don't even do the front, I don't know. I've been catching on little shortcuts that a lot of people take. I might take more out of the page of the look. So you got the back here, and you got the walking. See, this is the sword strike on the side, so it's meant to be like a strike coming down from the shoulder. Took a bit of work to get this done too. Then you got your relief one here. So you can always tell that you got your start. See, this is about your middle here. Then there's your 2 relief ones here. Here is the bow. That's the finding of the bow. You can walk around with it. Or they can walk around with it. These are like the names to skeletons. I might change what I planned, the last plan to put the bus location, but it'd be similar to the Darkwood Forest. Oh, I just realized a fault I haven't fixed up. So let's go to here with the bow or arm. So the bow is on top layer. And what we're going to do with the bow is, well, this. Oh no, it's right behind it now. Whoops, I deleted more than I should. It's right behind it now. Yay! There we go. Probably will get rid of this since it's behind his hand. This is still behind his hand. There we go. The sword and the bow skeleton. Man, I originally wanted to separate it, so this one's actually called it's skeleton with bow, but then I decided I might as well add them all back in together, since that was a bit overwhelming at first. But I think I'm organizing it pretty well. And then here is Dingo! Oh, we need to bring this back down. Yeah, like a personal thing with this is that if I'm in a certain area, I like to see that area I'm in, but then be able to get rid of all the other color. Like, that is the only thing that's really holding me back. I don't know if they're going to fix that in the newer version or not. But that's the only thing holding me back from doing that completely. Look at this beautiful Dingo boy. He looks so beautiful, man. think I've tried making Dingo before. Yeah, I have too. I don't know if I made Dingo like that, but I think it's on Patreon. I do have Patreon if you don't know. But it's not really get updated. Coffee gets updated more than Patreon. I did do a bit of idle here. See, this is his idle. I just wanted to draw them. I did this while I was doing what's outside. This is a little break from it. I just didn't want to in-depthly animate them, seeing as that is a pretty exhausting task, depending on where it goes. I like the idea of the green eye too. The green eye looks really nice. The tortoise! A lot of people like the tortoise! But surprisingly enough, the ice wolf is technically more popular than the tortoise. I don't know if people aren't seeing it, or I have a fan base that likes wolves better, but he's not the... he's cool! Actually, he's really cool, but I wouldn't assume he's not the finest wolf, man. He's still really cool, but don't get me wrong now, really. I don't know why these systems don't, like, show it off more, but he does. The tortoise on there had the most comments. It was on the other side when I uploaded it, but then I flipped it over, because then I realized, oh, wait a minute. I did it on the other side. I don't know why my hand's hurting again, damn it. I'll be careful. Not so much hurting, I did too much. The poison thing did it. He was getting to me both in the screen and outside the screen. Yeah, just have his little feet walking forward, similar to what the poison thing probably will be. His type of walking. I might do another show like Creature again. I would have liked to close these gaps in, but I think those gaps have to stay now. And here's a little icy wolf. Yeah, someone showed me too many wolves, so I decided to put a wolf to make another wolf. I did. He's not really exactly wolf, you know. He's not like a wolf. I did want to bring in some attributes of the dingo into the wolf's basic shape, into the ice wolf's basic shape too. Which is the idea kind of what for the tail is. Dingoes are actually, if you don't know this, dingoes actually can have a lot of varieties in them, more than into what most wolves do. I think most wolves are very similar, but dingoes can be from range of white to black, your typical orange, a lighter orange, even a reddish, I reckon, too. Like the dirt, depending on what they are, or where they are, I reckon. And they can have all different. They can have white all over. They can have white in different places too. Like dingoes are. I don't know. There's not really much of a known fact about dingoes. They are pretty interesting in that way. That they can have. That they have so many varieties of them. I think probably some people probably think it's a mix between the dogs, but not really. Here we go. Alright, guess what? I don't know. Since the last devlog, I know we did one thing important. We fixed the day-night cycle. See, now it's nighttime. We used the animation player, which I've been watching videos on it, and the inspiration of what's outside. Yes, that's half the reason I did the game, was to see what else. We have to just fix up these lights to tell them if it's like above a certain, like above 0, turn on, but when it gets to 6, turn off. Oh, I just went and winded the arrow. Next, now I'm going to be bleeding everywhere. Hello, sheepy friends. How's the dawn of a new day gonna go for you guys, huh? You gonna enjoy this stuff, man? I do want to make sure when we do make a new play, I want to make sure we get the bow. I actually do want to do something with the fist too, like hand-to-hand fighting. That's something I always wanted to do in games, and what I want to do for this too, which is going to be in more animation frames. But when I did that fighting one with the punching, that was actually a really cool one to do. I probably did show it off to one of the devlogs, I believe, memory serves me correctly, which probably doesn't. But that's been really cool. I'm still gonna do the dogs. Still gonna do the baby chicken. I really like these chickens, but this behavior of sitting down just makes them look so much cooler. I want them to look like they're lazy in some way too, which they probably are. I still gotta fix up the inventory system, the big thing I need to do, and I think I'm kind of shy away from. Here is the player backpack. So I've organized it into this one node because it was a pain in the ass without organizing in the one node. Widget about that, attack range. No, that's not, no, there's a wheel there. I think we have an old friend of powered animation player, someone check. I don't know if that was a glitch through different updates maybe, or is it just happening? Because never before. So there's a hotbar. Here's the main inventory, which we do have it interacting wise. Well, kind of working. So I probably should have thrown this off. There we go. See? Doesn't really pause everything, but I don't know if I still have to pause them, but if I do pause it, I have to go back to what I did with the what's outside and make it more universal pausing. That's what you gotta do if you have too many pauses. Wow, I just realized how much better this looks on here than what's outside now. I think this is a better size, is the reason why it looks better. So here is the general pause. And then we can move to here, which I believe is the, actually this is just the logbook in general. This is the quest book, and this is the logbook, like you're gonna log all your stuff in, and this is the quest, you know, like just to tell you what to do and everything. That will fill out eventually. This is the map of the area realm where you're gonna be sitting around. I gotta figure out how to do that too. So you can move them around and they will stack. And if we look here, sneakily, it goes into there. I don't know how I am gonna do any of this, but something will happen. I don't know how it's gonna work out. I might actually keep the idea of having the help up there. I don't know if it's just there because it's an overwhelming one or not. Then we also got our attack power and our defense power, which is not linked up to anything. Could eventually have a resilience thing or something that makes you a bit tougher to like effects, maybe, I don't know. But that's just your basic defense, how much damage you can absorb too. And then you got your, so you can tap through here, being stuck down to here, so we go down to here. Which is a good thing. And then, oh, we gotta press R. R is the inventory. Although I might do some stories soon because it's coming over to, what's it called? April, which is, and also I don't want to spend too long on it, but I do want to get some stories done, which will be interesting. Hope you get excited for that one. What's outside, I do hope to expect to bring it out on, it is gonna come out on, Kickstarter. Probably first version will have some bugs in it. There is possibly could still have a reset, like whenever you die the reset menu doesn't come up. I don't know what exactly is causing that. So hope you enjoy. This is Devlog number 17. Look at the day. I guess if we sit here long enough we can see it turn, not turn. You know, doing that game with a to-do list has been really nice too. Like, I also put them in a player and everything in one whole tab called player things within a Y sort too, so then it still sorts out. Or within the other player things is the Y sort, and that's within the main Y sort. That's what I'm after. Boom, here we go. Let's go with 16, which is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a shortening for it. I'm looking at the wrong one to see if it was the start of it. See, I got rid of all that and I just turned it on to going from night to midnight to the night. So in some way, I just like see all this code blanked out. I saved all that code, man. If I did that in the first place, I would have saved myself writing all that code. Like, whoa, I might even do a video on that, how I did that. And then just, if it's whenever general, just so it keeps that going in order too. I think 16 is a good start. Probably should have done this and then I could have made this video shorter sooner. Yeah, I want to use these daggers, it would be cool, and then there's some way of using your fist too, like punching. Like, come on, man. Why would you not want to be decking someone with your dab, man? Your white dab, man. That's what it's just gonna be, basic punching, not anything real fancy. I thought it'd be interesting. I always wanted to do that like from the right beginning. I certainly put a lot of sounds in what's outside too. Look at these. Finally, guys. See, look at this. See, these lights do work when it comes to dark time. Which is basically just a bit of code. I'll have to make sure I edit this tomorrow. But at least it is. But do what's outside one. You can see what that came out to be. There we go. See, isn't that really cool? Yeah, so I hope you enjoy that. I'm Redcollarwolf. Now out. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy.